Chessington World of Adventures. My name's Tasha, and today I'm going to be telling you a little bit about the penguins that we have here at Chessington. So as you can see, we've got a nice group of penguins here at Chessington. Another word for a family of penguins is a colony of penguins. So we've got a nice colony of penguins here at Chessington. And over the world, there are over 20 species of penguin, and ours are specifically Humboldt penguins. So you could say that we've got a nice colony of Humboldt penguins here at Chessington. So as you can see, we have got quite a few, and you may be wondering how we tell them all apart. Well, if you get to know them really, really well, like our keepers do, you can actually tell them apart by their personalities. As a little bit like us, they all have their kind of own different quirks and personalities. So that's sort of one way. But if we're thinking about a little bit more about appearances, if you look on their tummy, you can see some spots, and this is like a fingerprint for them. It's completely unique to every single penguin. No penguin has the same kind of freckles on their tummy, so that is one way to tell them apart. And another way, if you look on their wings, there's a little band, and this is almost used like a name bracelet. So it has their name, their different colours, and it's got a different pattern on. And as I said, it's kind of used as a name bracelet, especially when they're swimming in the water, and if we want a specific penguin, we can look in and see the name and the colour, and we can kind of automatically figure out who that is. So as I said, around the world there are 20 species of penguin, and a common misconception is that they're all found in Antarctica. This is not true. The pepper penguin, which is the largest species of penguins that can grow to be about a metre tall, are found in Antarctica. But the little blue penguin, which is the smallest species of penguin, growing to be about 40 centimetres tall, which is a little bit taller than a regular sized brooder, is actually found in New Zealand. So the complete opposite side of the world. I'm sure you didn't expect to hear that's where they're found. And our Humboldt penguins are specifically found on the coasts of Peru and Chile, so around South America. So penguins overall are really, really good parents. They do tend to look after their chicks, and they make their nests out of something called guano. Now you might be wondering, what does guano mean? Guano actually means poo. So yes, you've heard that right. Penguins literally build their nests out of poo. This is for a few reasons. One of the guano acts like a cement to stick the leaves and hold the leaves and the sticks together, but also it kind of deters any predators away. Because like us, they're predators such as seals and orcas, they're not going to want to be eating near a bad smell. I know I wouldn't want to eat near the smell of poo, and neither do they. Whenever the penguin is near their nest, they've kind of found that they're less likely to be hunted, as their predators are not going to want to snack near the smell of poo, so it really works to penguins' advantage. Penguins are also very, very agile creatures, and they swim really fast. You might see them swimming around a little bit later on into the brook, and they swim super duper fast. And they also sometimes create bubbles in the water, and this actually confuse the predators in the wild. So they tend to kind of go the other direction. So penguins are actually a little bit smart. And another adaptation they have is their coloration. Now, if you look at our penguins, you can see that they are black and white, and you might be thinking, how does this act as a camouflage for them? Well, it acts as a camouflage for counter-shading. If I sit like this, if a penguin's swimming in the ocean, and I'm an orca, and I look up and I see white from the penguin's tummy, I'm actually not going to assume that it is a penguin. I'm going to assume that it's white from the side. And if you are a seal on the land looking into the ocean and you see a black back like a penguin has, you're actually going to assume that it's a shadow from the deep sea, not that it's a penguin. So it's actually really, really worked to the penguin's advantage, and it's kind of really helped them not eat as much. Yeah, another adaptation they have is their web feet and strong flippers. This makes these guys swim a lot faster, helping them get away from predators and also towards their prey. As I said, they don't look like they're swimming very fast now, but I promise you, if they see something that they like, they go very, very, very fast. And they're also covered in a waterproof oil. Now you might be able to see some of our penguins on the land. They've got a really glossy back, and this isn't just for appearances, it's actually because they are covered in a waterproof oil that keeps them really warm while they're hunting. If you think that in the wild they'll be hunting in cold oceans, think how chilly the sea can be, and this keeps them warm and it protects their feathers from getting wet. So yeah, it keeps them nice and warm while they're hunting, so they're not freezing while they're trying to get their food. So a little bit about these guys' diets. which means they only eat fish, and these guys typically only, they only eat meat, but these guys typically only eat fish, so that's what they're being fed today. You can look up there, you can see they're being fed fish, that's what we feed them here. And they have a hooked beak and a tiny barb in the back of their throat that's super sharp that helps the penguins catch their fish. But unfortunately, us as humans, we tend to overfish and want to hit schools of fish at once. That means a big group of fish at once, which is what penguins rely on to eat. So unfortunately, they tend to not be able to catch their dinner, and they get a little bit hungry and then can't feed their chicks. So unfortunately, their population is decreasing a little bit. So they're currently classed as vulnerable to extinction. If this carries on, they could be classed as endangered to extinction, which I don't know about you, but I love these guys and I would hate to see them not exist anymore. I think they're so cute and they're very lovely. Another threat they face is climate change, because as the world is getting warmer, the seas are getting warmer, the penguins' fish will swim away to try and find colder water, leaving them, the penguins no food to eat, so they tend to get hungry and again can't feed their chicks and tend to unfortunately kind of starve. And the extreme storms that climate change causes destroys the penguins' habitats, so they don't have anywhere to live, which isn't great. These are unnatural threats that the penguins can't adapt to. Like I said before, they have predators, but over time they've been able to adapt to this and kind of learn how to kind of keep themselves safe from this. But unfortunately, us overfishing and climate change is something that the penguins cannot adapt to. But even though their population is decreasing, something good is that there is a lot we can do. So for example, even just trying to reduce climate change by using less fossil fuels, so making sure we're recycling, not using our cars as much, and turning off lights, is actually contributing to helping a lot of animals, not just penguins, but penguins are definitely one of them. And when we're buying fish, if we look for the Marine Stewardship Council logo, it means that the fish were caught sustainably and plenty left for penguins and other animals that use fish as their prey. And here at Chessington we have something called the CCF, which stands for the Chessington Conservation Fund. So we do VIP experiences here, such as feeding the penguins, which I'm sure looks like a lot of fun. And other animals as well, and a portion of this money goes back to our Chessington Conservation Fund. And if you pay for your parking today, the percentage of that also goes back to the Chessington Conservation Fund, which we spread out to a lot of charities. We give money to a lot of charities to help lots of animals, all the way from our penguins up to even our big cats like our lions and our tigers, but our penguins are definitely one of them. And even being here, listening to my talk, educating yourself, hopefully you'll learn to love these animals just as much as I do, and you want to do everything in your power to stay safe. Thank you guys so much for listening to my talk today. Feel free to stick around and carry on watching. I think they've got a little bit more food being thrown at them. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day here at Chessington, and thank you for listening.